Our first speaker today, and is David Rivkin, who is the lead counsel in the Florida litigation that I just spoke about, which involves 20 states. Mr. Rivkin is in the Washington office of Baker Hostetler. He's co-chairman of the Center for Law and Counterterrorism at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, a visiting fellow at the Nixon Center, and a contributing editor of the National Review. As relevant here, Mr. Rivkin also has served in a variety of legal positions and policy positions in the Reagan and George H.W. Bush administrations, including stints in the White House counsel's office, the Office of the Vice President, and the Departments of Justice and Energy. And without further ado, I will turn it over to Mr. Rivkin.
Thank you, Justice Strauss. It's a tough act to follow, both to follow you and certainly following Michael Barone, but I will do my best. Can the federal government tell all Americans you have to eat 3 servings of fruits and veggies every day? Does that exceed the reach of a Commerce Clause, either working by itself or is augmented by the Necessary and Proper Clause? That, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, was the exact question that Senator Coburn asked one Yelena Kagan at a confirmation hearing. Her response was, and I quote, Well, the Department of Justice, which is now defending ObamaCare's individual mandate in courts, including in our case, has a more direct answer. It is, yep, the government can force you to get your fruits and veggies, and that answer is highly dangerous to our constitutional health. The legal challenge to the individual mandate is actually about much more than health care. It is even much more than just federalism and our system of dual sovereignty, as important as it is, which is the very sinew of our constitutional architecture. At the most fundamental level, it's about the vitality of our Constitution. The individual mandate violates the most fundamental level, the constitutional principles of limited powers and dual sovereignty. It violates centuries of established case law, and it is fundamentally different from every statute regulating commerce that Congress has ever enacted from the very first day of a republic, pretty much up until now. Indeed, if DOJ is right, the framing generation's efforts in drafting the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all of Congress's legislating in the decades and centuries since are at best incoherent and at worst superfluous. In light of all these problems, I'm hopeful, even confident, that an individual mandate would be struck down.